Welcome back to Red Hawk Media. Today we're taking a look at a simple tutorial that will create a color mask. We want to take this off-white mug and basically turn it into a different color. This has been used a number of different ways where people take cars, change the colors of the cars, change color of makeup on models, a number of different applications. So let's go ahead and get started here. I've included this picture of the mug in the details and resources that you can actually download. So go ahead and grab that, open it up in Photoshop, and once you're here, we can begin. First thing that we're going to do is we're going to go up to Select, Color Range, and here's where we begin our work. We want to select roughly the color that we're going to be working with. So with the eyedropper, which is automatically comes up when I choose color range, I click on the main area of the mug. This will be a relatively easy one because there's only a couple colors that are really in the mug. So to add more colors, I've got the main color here, but you can see in my preview that there's some shadowed areas. We want to get this as white as possible so that all of this is whited out pretty much. Now we can go ahead and go Shift and add some colors on. And now you can see that I've added on, and there's one more little shadow area down here. We're going to add on another color, and it's pretty well white here. Okay, so I've made my selection. I can adjust the fuzziness if need be so that it only shows the white, and we are close there. Let's grab this color here, not too bad, and we've got it. Alright, so I want to keep this as a selection, and I'm going to go ahead and click OK. Now it comes back to the main area, and you can see that pretty much I've got my coffee mug selected here. It's going to apply the color changes to that. Alright, now from here I'm going to add on a hue and saturation layer. Now at the bottom of your layers window here, you've got some different icons. We've been using the trash can, we've been using the create new layer and copy feature on here. Now we're going to use this particular one, which will bring up a load of different adjustments. The one we're looking for is hue and saturation. Once we got a hue and saturation layer up here, we want to colorize this mug, so we're going to check that option. And now we're going to bring up our saturation a little bit so it shows up nice and clear, and then we're going to mess around with the different colors to see what we've got. You can bring up the saturation if you want more color or less color, so you just got tinting, or you've got a lot more to it. You can bring up the lightness, adjust that so that, and you can see what happens. I selected a little bit of my background, but you can see that it fills in the green nice. So if I know I'm going to get rid of my background, I could use this option. And so I take that and pick the color that I want to work with. Let's go with a nice red here. Okay, and I bring my lightness down, and it turns out to be a little bit of a pink. That's alright. We're going to go with that. I've recolorized my mug. Okay, my next job here in the sequence of events that we're going to go through is I want to get rid of that background now. So I'm going to go ahead and unlock my layer. I'm going to go through the free selection or quick selection process, remove that background from here, and ultimately I'm going to add a transparent level or layer to the bottom for my background. So it may look like this. Grab your quick selection tool, select that white spot on all of this. Ooh, let's get on the right layer. My bad. Make sure you're on the right layer, otherwise it'll grab stuff that you don't want. And put your brush size down, otherwise it grabs way too much. And remember, if you hold Alt, you can deselect things that you don't want in there. For instance, I don't want this handle on here. Let's put this down using the brackets. You can adjust your brush size. Okay, so I want more of this, less of this. So let's go ahead and very quickly paint around here. There we go. Add this on, just little clicks here, and it'll be easy to clean up with the eraser tool or with my polygonal lasso. Alright, I'm going to add this on too over here. Delete that out because I don't want that included. And when I'm all said and done here, I'll have this all completely selected. There we go. Pretty decent. not too bad. I'd want to clean up around the edges a little bit here to get that all fine-tuned. I could even refine the edge if I want to and go in there and get a nice sharp crisp line for what I'm looking for. Okay, so now I can of course go ahead and just delete that out of there, and I'm back to my transparency here. Okay, if I see any mistakes, now would be some time to clean them up. And that, for instance, I lost some of my handle down here. I'd want to go in and clean that up maybe with a clone brush, or just go Command Z to go back, and I'd take that stuff out of there. There we go. That's a much cleaner selection. Okay, so that's what we're looking at today. We are eventually going to be applying more to this mug, and I'll show you how to use some 3D warp transform features. That's coming up next in our next tutorial. Thank you again for joining us for another episode with Red Hawk Media.